about is being a PK, which a lot of people don't know what that stands for, but it stands for a pastor's kid or a preacher's kid. I grew up in church pretty much from the time I was 9 years old, and so I had a lot of stereotypes on me as the pastor's daughter. A lot of expectations of like perfection. People expected me like fit a certain mold and to be a certain way, and I really took that to heart. I tried really hard to do the right thing all the time, and I still always want to do the right thing. I think that can be very damaging to you when you're constantly worried about what others think about you. To be a good example of Christ is something that I want to do, but I think sometimes I don't know how to explain it. Like maybe I wasn't being overly real, or I was keeping things in because I didn't want anyone to know that I was like, I don't know if I'm making sense. But I guess it's just hard when you have these stereotypes on you that you are X because of your parents. Like you're this because of your parents, or you're this because of your school. Like sometimes I feel like Marquette students get this like reputation for being like snobby, that they think they're better than other people. We don't.
I think some do.
Okay, some do.
Especially,
but like,
obviously I
me.
can't generalize, but the legacy kids that you call them, so like where your grandfather, your father, your parents met at Marquette and you went to Marquette, so like the lineage legacy kids, they might feel like that.
Yeah, but like
obviously I can't generalize because some of them might not either, but
I'm saying in general, like don't put that on everybody. I was able to go to Marquette because I got a partial scholarship, and I otherwise there's no way I could have afforded it. I still feel like I can't afford it. Like I still feel like, dang, maybe I should have gone to another school because then I wouldn't have so much student loan debt. But at the same time,
go ahead.
That's where I met you. So
I was gonna say I didn't know Marquette was a big deal until I got to Milwaukee. I just knew it for Dwayne Wade. And well, you know, even before I knew about wait. All right, because D-Wade got drafted in like 2003. So yeah, I knew Marquette from him, but then I didn't really care about Marquette at all. I just cared about D-Wade. But then they had they made it to the NCAA tournament. That was back when they had when Dominic James was the point guard.
Dominic James was really rude to me one day, and like super rude to me. Like, and Wesley Matthews like checked him, so that was so nice. No, I just feel like you get
stereotypes about black people and black men at Marquette. That's a big one right there.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest one, and obviously not everybody felt this way, but at Marquette, I think a lot of the students felt like if you were black or brown, that you were just there pretty much to fit a quota. So,
or that you didn't deserve to be there, you shouldn't be there.
Right. A stereotype that I don't really hear often, but this is what I see and what I have seen, is that when you have an interracial couple, that they're only together basically because of lust, I guess what you can call it, just for outside appearances or like to have fun or whatever, for like sexual stuff. So obviously with us that wasn't the case.
I mean, I feel like there could be a whole vlog on interracial stereotypes, but it's just frustrating.
Then maybe we'll do one.
It's frustrating to me because, like,
thumbs up if you want to see that vlog right there.
Who freaking cared? Like, I remember when we started dating, I had so many people tell me, I never saw you with a black guy and a dark-skinned black guy and a dark-skinned black guy with dreads, and who like isn't a pastor's son, or who isn't a musician, or who isn't a preacher. Brandon is who I fell in love with, you know? Like, it was such a thing, like, oh, he's black. Or some people just have a problem with interracial relationships. Like, people have a problem with me being with you, or you being with me. Like,
and I think
black men should be with black women. Non-black women should not get the privilege of having a wonderful black man. Just like all these, I don't know.
And there's reasons for that. And I think one of the big ones was like I said, I feel like Jungle Fever, that messed everybody up, that movie. That was black and white though, but
I don't know. I had
a and then this might come up in a separate video too, but just black Americans and then Puerto Ricans, how they're like tied together. I was just thinking about something yesterday. I went down a rabbit hole basically, and then anyway, that'll probably have to be a separate video because that's like deep.
Yeah.
So,
but at the end of the day, you shouldn't have to live up to certain expectations based on what other people think. You should just be comfortable with who you are. Basically, like for me, what's important is that God is proud of me and that my husband is proud of me. And no shade about Dominique James. That was like 10 years ago. Just to put it out there.
but she clearly ain't over it.
He was rude to me once. I don't know. It just came back to me. But
do you know who I am?
it was something like that, yeah.
No, like that's what you said to him.
Oh.
All right, so why don't you guys do this? So of course, like, comment, share, and subscribe, right? But also, so when you do comment, we want to know any stereotypes that you guys feel like that you fit, or that you that basically that you think are ridiculous. So it could be racial, it could be education, whatever it is. Just let us know right there, right down there in the comment box.
Or if there's any questions that you have about like anything that we like didn't mention. And like for the record, and I haven't talked about this on here yet, but like we haven't like planned out any of our vlogs. So like when we turn on the camera, we just go. So that's why a lot of times it's like we have to think or whatever. Someone told me that they really like that element, that it's just raw.
All right, so signing out. Dorsey Days. Dude, somebody got that bag on him. You smell that?
Yeah, I just smelled that.